Now, here are some of the things you have to check on. You have to make sure that they are good and they are very, very good on your car during this rainy season. We are on a rainy season and the rains are already here. And as an Uber driver, you have to make sure that you have the best car. And here are some of the key things that you have to make sure they are so good that they will not cause you trouble, because in case you have not maintained them, at some point you might even cause an accident and it may end your life. It might cost you a life and it might cost your children a father or a mother. So as an Uber driver, here are some of the most important things you have to check on and you must check on. Number one, good tires. As an Uber driver during this rainy season, you have to make sure that you have the best tires. The best tires when it comes to threads, the best tires when it comes to punctures, because by this time, since most tires are tubeless, you know what happens during rainy days. They lose pressure all the time. So if you don't have good tires, and also you don't have a good spare tire, at some point it might cost you and you may sleep outside. And also it might cost you a life, because at some point people don't see everything ahead of them during rainy seasons, during rainy hours, because even right now there is no sun, it is not bright. So at some point you might find yourself with a mere problem like puncture. You park on the road looking for a solution and someone hits your car on the road or someone hits you from behind. So these are some of the accidents that you can really work on before they happen. So make sure you have the best tires and also have yourself that pressure, and also you can also add a good spare tire. That will help you and will stop everything. That will help you, because even during rainy hours, even braking is not easy. With good tires, you will brake easily. You will find it easy to drive because the roads are very slippery. With bad tires, trust me, make sure you have good tires. And I've told you the reason. Number two, wipers. Make sure you have good wipers. Sometimes, mostly on Thika Road right now, the roads are very dirty because it has not rained for a while. So since the roads are very dirty, that water that is coming from the road is very dirty, and most cars, mostly the lorries, the bigger cars, the heavy commercials, the heavy commercials are throwing this water, that water from the tarmac to your windscreen. With bad wipers, will not even see anything in front of you, and you might cause an accident, and a bad accident. Because that water on the tarmac right now is very, very dirty. And also at some point, most of these cars comes from dirty areas, bad roads, rough roads, and they get themselves to the highway with the same mud. So they will throw it on your windscreen. What happens? If you don't have a good wiper, accidents ahead and you might lose your life, or you might lose the car itself. And remember, it's the same thing you are earning with. Wipers is about 1,000, I think. Make sure you repair them early so that a problem that can be solved with just 1,000 will not cost you 100,000 or more on a nose cut. Make sure you work on that. Number two, also AC, the gas on AC. As always, you know Uber is meant for longer drives, and also we have to carry about 3 customers. With these 3 customers breathing in the car, and outside the car, it is very cold, it's raining. That means there would be a mist on your windscreen. And if you don't have a gas, an AC gas, at some point will not have that time on the highway to rub it with a piece of cloth and also driving. It might cost you an accident. So make sure with your customers breathing and it's raining, you cannot even open the windows so that that cold will go with that what they are breathing. At some point, it might cost you on the road. So make sure you have an AC gas on time. Make sure you set this one at the garage at a good time. Also, number 3, good lights. Make sure all your lights are working. Hazard indicators, headlights, brake lights, every light. Because right now, most drivers, they don't see. Mostly when it's raining, to see someone at some point, mostly when you have a black car, your car is dark colored, at some point it's not easy to see you or even to see how far the distance. But with the good lights, at some point you find drivers using hazard mostly when it's raining. So as a driver, make sure all your lights are ready. You can flash lights, you can put a hazard. Wherever you brake, someone can see you. Make sure all your lights are working very, very well and you can use them in time of need. Make sure you repair all the issues with your lights. Very important during this rainy season. Also, number 5, I think this one now is a caution. This is just to caution you on what to expect. Be careful with the potholes. With the rains, heavy rains, everywhere is full of water. So slow down and avoid driving very fast. Slow down, and even the bumps. Most of our bumps don't have signs. They have not drawn that white whatever. Because most bumps should be having that white painting. But most of our bumps, they don't have that white painting. With the tarmac in black, and rains make them more black than usual, you will fail to see a bump. Bumps and potholes, be aware of them. Slow down your speed while it's raining so that you don't break that car. Because there was a time, it was also a rainy season, I think last year, I got an accident. It was a hit on a pothole that costed me a shock and a tire because the tire busted. And that one was a very serious lesson. Some of these things that I'm telling you, I've gone through them and I know. So be aware of potholes, slow down your speed during rainy seasons, and also make sure that you can only drive faster on roads that you are really sure and you know how they look like and how the turns and everything. Make sure that you are just cautioned about the potholes. Number 6, be aware of running waters. Don't just run into waters. If you see somewhere is flooded, please make sure you know that road very well and also you know the levels of that water. Or if not, don't go into that water. Don't. Because most drivers, they think that these cars are very heavy, no one can carry a car. But what you don't know is that the tires are full of pressure. So that is like a life jacket when you go to swim. You understand? It's like a rubber that will carry. Those tires are the ones that are carrying the cars, not the water. They make it very easy for that water to lift up your car. So make sure you don't go into flooded areas unless you know the level of that water. And even if you know the level of that water, but the water is running very fast, or sometimes this water might confuse you to an extent you will not know the end of the road or how the road looks like. So make sure you are very sure of these waters and the level of the water. Don't just drive into water that you are not really sure. Make sure you are safe as a driver. Now, also number 7, cushions. As an Uber driver, we are carrying clients, and some of these clients would make a decision of requesting a cab after it has rained on them. And with that one, they might leave your cushions cold. And what happens? The next customer will ask for, how am I going to sit on a wet seat? So at some point, make sure that you have the best cushions, mostly leather if possible, that are not prone to water, that are waterproof. That will also give you enough time to work as a cab driver. Also, number 8, and I think this one will be the last, make sure that you have good carpets. Good carpets will give you a chance, because most clients are coming inside the car with the waters, the mud and all that. Without good carpets, you might find it difficult. Even you will have to clean that car every day. Make sure your car is clean and all that. Hello guys, please, if this video is important for you, please subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, and also share it with a friend whom you feel it might be helpful to. Give us a like, leave us a comment. Thank you.